I'm Sheryl Padre, and I am the Enterprise Systems Coordinator at Underdog. My responsibilities are pretty much everything business systems, so understanding what our tech stack is, who's involved in the tech stack, as well as focusing a lot on access reviews to make sure that we're compliant, and doing a lot of security awareness training stuff as well. So all around, a lot of business system focused, but that's pretty much what I do there. Some of the challenges that we were facing doing access reviews before Zluri were that a lot of it was done in Google Sheets, which meant that we were copying, pasting, importing, exporting, which left lots of room for error. Before Zluri, access reviews took what felt like a whole year. There was just too much waiting and a lot of things that were very inaccurate. So sometimes it would take months, sometimes it would take probably the whole quarter. So we would be pretty behind on our reviews before Zluri. The biggest inefficiencies in our old processes were the manual spreadsheets, sign-off delays, and inaccurate data. These challenges affected our audit readiness because it took a very long time to get them done, and because of the inconsistencies, there was always something that they were asking for as far as like proof or additional documentation, which kind of delayed our submissions. We actually didn't know that something like Zluri existed, but we ended up choosing them first and foremost because of their support from the beginning. Everybody was very knowledgeable, everybody was very attentive to what we needed, and as they were going through what the software included, it showed that it was something that our team would actually benefit from as far as our biggest challenge, which is access reviews. During evaluation, I noticed that Zluri's workflows and automations really stuck out to me. There was a lot of applications that we can integrate to make the data that is inputted during the access reviews be more accurate versus the manual imports and exports. So the automations were probably the biggest thing that stood out. Our onboarding experience with Zluri for access reviews was amazing. Everybody on the team was super attentive and extremely helpful. They made it really easy to get everything implemented in a timely manner. Anytime I had something, anytime I had questions, they were always there to reply. They were always there for a call. And it just felt nice because I had the support from the beginning and still today. Setting up the access reviews was fairly easy. Again, with the support of the Zluri team, it almost seemed more seamless than I thought it was gonna be. A lot of the data was easy to fetch, very accurate. There were a few applications that we shared, hey, like if there's an integration, can we get it implemented? And the engineers were on top of it. So again, the Zluri team really showed up for us during the access review setup, which made all the access review processes go by fairly easily and quickly. From setup to our first certification, the Zluri support team showed up every time. They made it really easy for me to understand the product, and anytime that I needed help, they did not only show me how to do it, but they did it themselves so then I can practice. So it was really nice to be able to utilize the product with them by my side without them taking the lead on everything. So I was able to take the lead, try things out myself, and then eventually start our first certification and complete it. So it was really nice having their support. They were really attentive to what information was needed to be shown and also allowed me to kind of figure it out on my own as well. Some of the features that I found most useful in the access review process was the automated workflows. It was really nice to see that if we need to remove or modify any user's permissions, we were able to do that automatically. Not a lot of manual work was behind it. In addition to that, I really liked the reviewer portion where you can set level 1, level 2, level 3 reviewers. So I didn't have to manually go and reach out to every reviewer to remind them. The application pretty much did that for us. So that's really nice. Our team at Underdog was extremely excited to see that we were moving from spreadsheets into a platform to do access reviews. everyone knows that doing something like inventory or access reviews can be a very tedious and not so fun job. So them hearing that we were moving on to something that was more automated and cleaner, it had the team at Underdog really excited. During onboarding, there were plenty of big wins. One big win that I had personally was that the auditors didn't have to ask for anything after submitting all the review reports. Everything was pretty accurate and all the data was there for them to see, and they didn't have to ask for any extra, which is obviously we know is a big win for most people that have to go through the audits. Having Zluri as our single source of truth has made our access reviews so much more accurate, and it just made access reviews easier for me because I was very stressed out about the manual work that I had to do with moving and exporting different information from the app into the spreadsheet. And with Zluri and all the integrations, it has made everything more accurate and live. So with our integration with Okta, that's a really big one. So with Okta groups, that shows us who's in what groups, who has access to what apps. And with having Zluri and Okta integrated together as the single source of truth, it has made it so much more easier for me to just start a review and not have to double check the information. Assigning owners and mapping reviewers has improved our accountability because now everyone does their reviews without me having to manually go in and nudge them every single time. I'm the type of person that doesn't like to tell people multiple times to do something. So having Zluri nudge the reviewers on its own and click that notification for reviewers to know that it's their turn to look through the access review, that just like takes so much off of our shoulders. And it allows all of the reviewers the accountability to get it done at a certain time. Access reviews helped us identify unused licenses and helped contribute to cost optimization by showing us all of the users who haven't used certain licenses in a certain amount of time, whether it's 60 days, 90 days. And with that, we were able to revoke whatever licenses weren't being used since it didn't seem to be that important to the user. From there, as you guys know, licenses cost money, and whoever doesn't use a license, once we revoke, that allows us to save whether it's $10, $20, sometimes even over $100 per person. It just really helps us utilize our money a little bit better in the company since there's a lot of licenses out there that kind of straggle and we wouldn't have known. There's plenty of licenses that I've seen that haven't been used for 2 years, which is a big deal. Once you add those 2 years up per month, licenses can cost thousands of dollars. If you're looking to get away from Google Sheets or Excel worksheets, I feel like Zluri is going to be the best solution for anything related to access reviews, optimization. It has all the accurate data that you need, and it does a lot of the work for you with all its cool automation. So if you're tired of having to deal with all that tedious work in Sheets and seeing boxes all over your screen, I can guarantee that Zluri is going to be your best solution.